Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Sprig Pendant. This is the 1364-20. I think this is a really interesting pendant because I like the organic nature of it. However, I think you can tweak this with finishes and make it a little bit more modern too. It's a really beautiful fixture. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and that's going to be from the bottom of the fixture to where chain is going to start, and that's coming in at 30.5. This is 42 inches long, which when you think about Hubbardton Forge's other fixtures is about in line with what people are going to be putting over like a 72 to an 84 inch long dining table. You could also use this in a stairway. You can use this way up because it looks so great from looking at it from different angles. People even put this over kitchen islands. And then the width on it, 42 inches wide, and the depth is coming in at 20.5. Now, let's talk about a little bit more in depth. Let's take a look at the installations instructions pretty quick here. That side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. So we'll talk about all the parts that are going to come with this. It's very easy to put together. There's not much to put together. It's really just putting the chain on, putting the canopy on, and you'll notice that you're going to be getting 36 inches of chain. So chain comes in 36-inch pieces. If you need more chain, just email me and I can quote that out for you. It's coming with 15 feet of wire too, so that's quite a bit to come down from the second story, or if you have to swag this and drop. And how you put chain together or take pieces off is this way. So there's a little seam on the side of a piece of chain. You can just barely see it, and there's a tool out in the world called a chain separating tool, which I picked this up on Amazon for less than 20 bucks. It's a great thing to get. And when you squeeze it, it opens up, it goes into the chain, opens it up like that, and then on the inside of this is where you close the chain when you're all done. So you can use as much or as little as you need just by using this. And it doesn't leave any marks on the chain too. I think that's kind of important. So make sure your installer has one of these. The canopy up on the ceiling is going to be this. This is a 5-inch round canopy. This is what you guys have on your ceiling, a 4-inch junction box. So it's going to go over without any problem. It's not very heavy. It's only 11.4 pounds. So don't worry about that. It's also slope ceiling adaptable because chain is naturally slope ceiling adaptable. So if you're on a chain like slope like that, gravity is just going to make it hang straight down. So you're good to go there. Why don't we get into what you can get out of this? Well, before we go into lamping on this, let's talk about glass. You're going to have 3 different options for glass, and they're all very different. So on Hubbardton Forge's other fixtures, there's one called opal on quite a few fixtures, and I go into real big detail on opal glass. But in essence, what it is an opaque matte white glass. Opaque means you're not going to be able to see it, so you're not going to see this, at all. So that's one of them. And each of these kind of changes the nature of the look of this thing too. So I would really take your time on glass on this. But I'll tell you, the one that people buy the most is actually opaline. I think that's the most interesting one. So we know opal is going to be the opaque matte white one. And then the next one up is going to be opaline. So this is opaline. Opaline is a kind of opal colored semi-transparent glass. It's very pretty. So if you remember when we were kids blowing bubbles with bubble gum. So you blow a big bubble, it's about that big or so, and there's parts of the bubble in your bubble gum that are going to be more opaque, and there's parts that are more translucent and transparent, and that's what opaline's like. So on the bigger pieces of this is the smaller one, but on the bigger pieces there can be parts of it that are going to be more translucent and transparent and be able to see our little friend here. So just bear that in mind, but at the same time, it's just such a pretty piece of glass. It's all of Hubbardton Forge's glass is hand blown, the opal, the water glass, and the opaline. On the opaline, you really can see some of the little air bubbles that are going to be part of the design, little ripples here and there, that kind of thing. But that's going to be a very interesting piece of glass. So that's the second one up. The third one is called water glass. And the thing with water glass is it is a crystal clear glass. There's no color to it. It has a slight ripple pattern going through it. It looks like a stream of water that you've kind of come across in the forest. So that's very pretty too. All 3 are great. Just a matter of which one you guys like better. Now let's get into lamping on this. It's going to be using a medium base socket in each of these, and you have 4 of these to play around with. The caveat to the bulb on this is going to be that it has to be able to get into the neck of this piece of glass. So you'll notice on a lot of Hubbardton Forge fixtures there's an A19 that's going to be recommended, not on this one. This is an A19, and we know that's not going to fit. So right off the bat, we're going to start talking about an A15. And an A15 is smaller than an A19, so there's your 2 side by side. They're very easy to find. They're used all over the place. People use them in garage door openers and refrigerators. They use them in places where a tight bulb needs to be fans, like fan lights up in the ceiling, and gets into here without a problem. However, it kind of dictates the amount of light you can use on this. If you want to stick with an incandescent, you get 4 60-watt bulbs, so just kind of remember that. But I don't think you need to, because there's so many cool LEDs out there, including this little guy, which is just called a phosphorus clear LED. Wherever you can find these, you can find these right next door. So every hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, any of those places, even drugstores and grocery stores sell these now, so they're easy to find. The color of the light coming out of these can vary quite a bit, so just remember that when you're out looking at LEDs. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow like a setting sun, which is very pretty. Could be okay in this. Way on the other side of this is going to be called daylight, which is a bluish white light. That's 4000 Kelvin. Not my favorite. Don't think it'd be great in here, but some people like it. And that's going to be like a convenience store, the color of an overcast day, that kind of light, that blue-white light. What I like to use in my showroom is warm white, soft white. That's the light coming down on this table from these 3000 Kelvin bulbs just above. That's what's coming down here. And that's what we use in our showroom in this fixture with these kind of bulbs. So just kind of remember that too. They're dimmable. It's a dimmable fixture. Just get dimmable bulbs. Tell your installer you're doing that so you don't have any issues there. If you want to see what this is going to look like in your room, in your setting, in your stairway, any of those places, send us a picture of that. So send us a picture of that room. Send us a picture of your dining room, your kitchen, whatever you want to do to see what this is going to look like. We have very powerful AI tools that can take this fixture, put them into your room, send that image back to you so you get a full color rendering and see what this is going to look like. Absolutely free, only takes us a little time to do it, well, minutes really. So I would definitely take advantage of it if you can. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.